Here's what's happening now. Winds whipping around as we still have a wind advisory in effect, and we're watching snow developing out to our west. We'll show you what's to come for the next few days. Devin?
All right, Ben, also first at 4, a happy ending for the abused dog who stole our hearts on the internet. Most of downtown Detroit under a boil water advisory. We'll tell you about the problem and what happens next. And a mother whose 4 children were murdered speaks out against the man convicted in their deaths. Her angry, emotional message, first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Devin Skillian in for Karen Drew, who's on assignment this afternoon. First at 4, another big change in the weather blowing into Metro Detroit. We've got high winds, rain, and even snow as the temperatures are about to plunge. So let's start things off here with Ben. Going to feel this change, Ben.
Yeah, Devin, keep it all tied down this evening, though, because everything's moving around out there. We've seen the wind gusts top 50 miles an hour already, and sustained winds are anywhere between about 20 and 35 miles an hour. Generally, we're in the 40s now, but we've seen our high temperature of 57. And those numbers are going to come crashing down as we head into the evening. But first things first, the wind advisory does remain in effect until 10 p.m. This is going to be as we transition from rain to snow as those temperatures continue to drop. We'll stay in the mid-40s through 6 and then head to freezing by 8 o'clock. That's a drop of 14 degrees in about 2 hours, and then we'll be below freezing as we go through the evening hours tonight. We'll talk how much snow to expect in your 4-zone forecast, all coming up in a few minutes. Devin?
All right, Ben. Now, our other top story at this hour, a mother and father face off in a courtroom just before he's sentenced for killing her 4 children. Gregory Green pleaded guilty to killing the children in Dearborn Heights. They ranged in age from just 4 years old to 19. Our Rod Maloney was in court for an emotional and surprising hearing. Rod?
From the very moment it happened, this case has rocked Southeast Michigan, one tragic detail leading to the next and to the next. Faith Green, tied up, tortured, bloodied, shot, and then forced to watch 2 of her children murdered, knowing the other 2 children were being murdered upstairs in a car. She spoke for the first time today.
Your justice will come when you burn in hell for all eternity for murdering 4 innocent children, all because you're insecure as a man. Plus the other 2 lives you took. You are a con artist, you are a monster, you are a devil in disguise. You are now forever exposed.
But more than that, her husband also had much to say, in fact, much more than the family wanted to hear.
God knows the heart. He knows how regretful and how sorry I am. And even now, after all this, he still has a plan.
And there was much more said in this courtroom, including what the prosecution and the judge had to say. All startling stuff. We will have that for you ahead on Local 4 News at 5.
All right, Rod. A former U.S. Customs officer and Boy Scouts leader appeared in court today after he was accused of inappropriately touching a 12-year-old boy. 37-year-old David Radecki was in court for pretrial. He's been charged with criminal sexual conduct, accosting a child, and indecent exposure. Radecki's posted bail, but he remains on a tether. He'll be back in court for his preliminary exam. That will be on March 10th. A boil water alert impacting thousands of people today, including businesses and schools in downtown Detroit, Hamtramck, and Highland Park. In fact, it's affecting us here at our Local 4 studios. The alert impacts anybody who lives or works within the blue box you see here. The city says a temporary drop in pressure may have caused some bacterial contamination in the water. Anyone who wants to use their water needs to let it boil for at least a minute before using. This is an alert, in fact, it's expected to remain in effect until Friday, so a couple of days to deal with it. Well, she's the Detroit judge whose courtroom confrontation with a defendant's mother has been seen by more than 23 million people as the story went viral.
These people are here grieving, saddened, because a senseless act took away their loved one, and you all are sitting around here like it's a joke? Not in courtroom 502, not today and not any other day.
Well, today our Kimberly Gill has an exclusive interview with Judge Kiana Lillard, getting to know the woman behind that viral video. And Kim's here now with a preview. Kim?
Yeah, hi, Devin. Despite the side of Judge Lillard we saw in court, she is actually a very delightful person. She has an intriguing personality. She's a Detroit girl, born and raised on the Southeast Side, graduated from Roper High School and went on to get her undergraduate and law degrees from Notre Dame. We talked a lot about her upbringing as well as what happened in courtroom 502 last week. She is very passionate about her job, and she has this to say to anyone who would even think of disrespecting her courtroom.
What would your message be to folks that if they ever...
Don't try it. Don't try it unless you want to go to jail. Like, judges don't want to use contempt powers. You don't want to. It's something that you do only when it's necessary. And just come and act like you have sense.
Act like you have some sense. We'll have more of my interview on Local 4 News at 5. She shares her thoughts on a variety of topics. Starting at 5:15, the judge talks in detail about that courtroom outburst and what had her really worried right before she took action. And then at 5:45, she talks about what happened after that confrontation went viral and people started talking about her all around the world. But Devin, I think you can see just how soft-spoken she is, and she's very unassuming. She looks a lot younger than what she is, but as you can see, she lays down the law. And
she seems surprised by all the attention and how quickly this got around.
Yes, because this is not the first time things like this happen in her courtroom.
Sure.
And a lot of times she said she thinks that it is the reality TV, all the judges shows, that people think that they can come in and do anything and say anything. So I think you'll enjoy the report
Not
coming
in
up.
Courtroom 5.
That's right, you got it. So we'll have more of that coming up.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Kim. Turning to politics, Republicans, Democrats, and in fact the entire country still reacting to President Trump's big speech to Congress last night. Many remarking that it was a kinder, gentler tone that we saw, but he still hit many of the recurring themes of his campaign. Looking to build a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border, repealing Obamacare, boosting spending on the military. Today, the president hosted congressional leaders at the White House, and while many praised his lower-key delivery and calls for unity, some Democrats say we can still see the key battles coming.
The tone may have changed, but the description of these fights as being trivial, no, they're not trivial at all.
I think we were all really pleased last night to hear the president's unifying message. It was refreshing for everyone after such a difficult election season.
Now, the White House is still working on a new immigration order, which President Trump is expected to sign in the coming days. That'll certainly be one test of this kinder, gentler tone, I suppose, and how it translates when it comes to policy decisions. Also be interesting to watch the reaction as we move forward from here. Also, first at 4, we're on top of stories that are making headlines across the country. We'll start in Missouri, one of several states where violent storms left a path of destruction overnight. Look at the damage people woke up to this morning in Perryville, just south of St. Louis. Tornadoes snapped power poles. It flipped cars over. At least one person was killed. We understand about 20 more ended up with minor injuries, but more than 100 homes are at least severely damaged. A flash flood rescue caught on tape near Phoenix. Emergency crews racing to help an elderly man trapped inside a minivan stuck in the middle of a river. The current was so strong it moved the van downstream at times during the rescue. As they were trying, it was sort of a moving target. The crews had to break through the windows, hand the victim a life vest, and then were able to pull him to safety. When you were growing up, ever dream of owning your own business, or did that seem a dream out of reach? Today, our Paula Tutman going to show us a new program encouraging children to dream bigger and teaching them the power of the word yes.
Of course, we've all been told the word no, probably since the age of 2, right? But for many minorities, the history of that word no is painfully etched in our souls. And that's why the organization Yes is such a game changer. So what is Yes? Well, let's start here on Ellis Island. Let's make that Ellis Island tea. Ellis Island Tropical Tea. You've probably seen it on the store shelves. It starts in a squeaky clean, state-of-the-art facility in Detroit. Pure ingredients, pure of heart, with a generations-old recipe of herbs. Naila Ellis Brown heard the word no for a variety of reasons when she decided to turn her great-grandfather's secret hibiscus tea recipe into a business.
Before he died, he gave it to my father and told him this recipe is to be sold and not told, which means put it on the market.
Today, she is hearing yes more and more.
I am in about a little over 300 stores now. We're in all the Whole Foods in Michigan. We're also in every Meijer store in the country. We'll be in every Kroger in Michigan.
The tipping point, connecting with the Michigan Black Chamber of Commerce.
Giving them that insight to access to capital or strategic planning and how to create a partnership is really important at a young age.
The Michigan Black Chamber of Commerce started its YES program about a year ago. Young Entrepreneurs Society. YES is the acronym. Yes to infuse the pure concept of entrepreneurship into the hearts and minds of young people, specifically young people of color.
We can mature and support and train this next generation.
It's all about tools and access so that people of color get an early start at envisioning themselves as the owners of the American dream, not just the workers.
The best feeling is when I'm in the grocery store with my daughter. I've got a 2-year-old, and she's always like, oh, that's Ellis Island tea. That is an amazing feeling, the fact that she identifies that as her mother's brand, as a brand that she built from ground up, because it makes it real for her, and it sends a message that she can do it too.
So we've made our way back to the studio, and Devin, I want you to imagine this young woman selling this tea out of the back of the trunk of her car for many, many years. But now she's got these wonderful organizations with their arms wrapped around her, supporting her. So the YES program has its first big event this Saturday, and I know they've got a focus on young minorities, but they want all comers to come out. It is for free. GM is one of the sponsors. I'm going to put information on my Facebook page, Local 4 Paula Tutman, in case you want to see what they're doing, celebrate with them, and really find out the power of yes and the possibility of working for a better boss, yourself.
I love what you said about her, what she said about her daughter, because her daughter is going to grow up with the idea of yes already built in. She's not going to have to get past no.
Absolutely, and that's a very important conversation to infuse into everybody, and that's what they're doing.
So right, great stuff. All right, Paula. Well, Barron is the Rottweiler found mutilated and abandoned on the streets of Detroit, and now Barron has a new home. We just got these photos of Barron with his new family. He was found back in January, you'll recall, with his nose, ears, and tail cut off. He has since undergone surgery. Today, the Michigan Humane Society announced a family has adopted Barron, but a $40,000 reward is still being offered for information on whoever it was who still so inexplicably hurt him. Big picture. Well, if you're a pizza lover, news for you. One of the big chains trying out a new way to deliver your pizza more quickly. There is a catch. We'll see if you like the idea coming up in our trending stories in a bit. Also, an 86-year-old woman versus a police officer. A lot of people talking about this confrontation that was caught on tape. More on that in a moment, too. Doc?
Well, Devin, many younger women could be making a big mistake when it comes to preventing breast cancer. I'll share new research on one risk factor that can be controlled. That's next in Good Health.
She was
Good Health today. Poor eating habits at a young age may increase a woman's risk for premenopausal breast cancer. Dr. Frank McGeorge here with some interesting new research.
Yeah, well, the theory is that a diet that is basically increasing inflammation when a woman was young while her breasts were still under development may actually relate to the risk of breast cancer. So researchers tracked the diet and health of over 1,000 women, and those who were teenagers who ate a lot of refined sugars, carbs, and red meat, which all increase inflammation, were 35% more likely to develop breast cancer at a young age, and women who ate poorly during their early adult years had a 41% higher risk of menopausal breast cancer. So this is clearly something that is under their control.
Yeah, interesting. We've also got another story today about medications used to treat osteoporosis that actually might be causing more bone fractures.
Right. This is definitely unusual. Now, the medications are called bisphosphonates as a group, and people might be more familiar with some of the trade names Fosamax or Didronel. But basically, some very early research suggests even though the drugs do help slow bone loss, the bone that remains might have a tendency to develop microscopic cracks that make it more susceptible to fracture. Now, the researchers really identified the problem by studying bone samples under a super high-resolution X-ray machine. It's important to note the results are very preliminary and no one should stop the medications. But this is clearly something for future investigation, especially because bisphosphonates are so popular and Ultimately, if they do lead to an increased fracture risk, we need to know that.
Where the cure might be worse than the disease.
Exactly,
Yeah,
unintended consequences.
Yeah. All right, Doc. Well, let's turn things back over to Ben. On the first day of March, we're talking about going the wrong direction.
Yeah, coming in like a lion with a lot of fangs and claws on it, because these wind speeds out here still topping 50 miles an hour. 52 right now is that gust in Pontiac. The rest of the area is generally 30, 40 miles per hour. And we're going to see these around at least for the next couple hours. Probably not a good day to be landing on a plane at Metro Airport. I bet that's a bumpy ride coming in. 48 the temperature there. Wind gust at Metro at 41, even though they're reporting overcast skies. There's a little bit of sunshine trying to work around the clouds there. But you can see the difference in temperatures between the 40s that are still hanging on this side of the state and the 30s in the western 2/3. In fact, they're almost down to freezing here in Saginaw. And this next round of precipitation already starting to turn over from rain to snow, especially there in Genesee County. We're seeing a few flakes. Last of the raindrops are starting to exit. There's a slight chance that we could get a rumble of thunder, as there's just enough instability out there with this huge temperature drop to fuel that. We're not looking for anything significant, however. And then here comes the snow tonight. We will be seeing these snow showers around in spots, and it will be enough to coat the ground in a couple locations. It's not going to be anything major. I don't think we'll be out shoveling tomorrow, but everything that happens should be gone by about midnight, 1 a.m., and then we'll start with some sunshine tomorrow morning before we finally mix in some clouds and get a little bit more of a quiet pattern going over the next few days. So let's look at those snowfall totals in your 4-zone forecast. Again, paltry stuff. Now keep in mind, this is what's going to fall, not necessarily how much is going to stick. So it's going to be a ½ inch or less generally here in our metro zone. Probably not going to see much at all in our south zone, maybe up here around Michigan Avenue, a tenth or two, and that's going to be about it. But once you get up into Genesee County, northern parts of Livingston County, these darker blue shades may get upwards of an inch in a couple locations there, but that's the exception, not the rule. And in our north zone, generally less than an inch of what we're expecting, especially out here towards Lake Huron, where those totals will be much less. Otherwise, temperatures tonight falling all the way down to 26 degrees. That is a drop of more than, well, 30 degrees plus from our highs, depending on what part of the area you were in today. And we're only rising to 37 tomorrow after some sunshine to start. We'll see a few clouds on the tail end of things. We'll quiet stuff down here through Saturday under partly cloudy skies. Be tough to rule out a flurry at any point really here in the next couple of days, but generally dry conditions. And then here comes the 50s again, 57 on Sunday, 61 on Monday, and so it will feel a little bit more like spring as we start getting headlong into the month of March. Devin?
All right, Ben. Well, Beyonce is out and Lady Gaga is in. Not my opinion. It's a superstar switch that a lot of people are talking about coming up in trending stories. But up first, an elderly woman's passionate protest caught on police video. Did she go too far or did the officer? We'll show you what happened. But first, as we head to break, here's a look at how the markets closed today. First time ever, the Dow closing up over the 21,000 mark. If you've got a 401k, give it a nice big wet kiss. We'll be right back. Take a look at body cam video from a police officer in Tucson, Arizona. This is under investigation. A video from an immigration protest last month seems to show an 86-year-old woman arguing with a police officer. An officer moves in to restrain her, and she's knocked to the ground. Police then pepper spray a 65-year-old woman who stepped in to try to help. The 86-year-old woman was okay. Police say they are reviewing how this protest was handled, but the chief has said so far he thinks the officers handled it pretty well overall. 4 protesters were arrested. Today's trending stories: Papa John's testing a new way to deliver your pizza more quickly. There is a catch. You will pay an extra $2.99 to get your pizza order bumped to the front of the line. It is called Papa Priority. It's a fee that recently launched at select locations. You might think customers who get their orders bumped wouldn't be very happy about it, but Papa John says the new option is receiving, in their words, great customer reception. Although if everybody does it.
Well, as long as I don't have to take my belt and shoes off to get my pizza, I guess.
Well, that's part of it. But if everybody does it, there's no such thing as front of the line, is there?
That's true. You'll have to pay extra to keep
keep moving.
Snowballing.
Highest bid. It's Lady Gaga to the rescue for Coachella. Organizers say she's going to replace Beyonce as the headliner at the big music festival. As many guests, Beyonce had to cancel because she's pregnant with twins. Sandra Ali would have totally performed anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So would Corey Scott.
And an encore.
No doubt about it. But doctors say that actually Beyonce should not perform So now Lady Gaga is going to perform over 2 weekends on April 15th and 22nd. Coachella organizers hope Beyonce might come back in 2018. Do you have your Coachella tickets yet?
I've never been, but that's on my bucket list.
Would be pretty good. I think it's on a lot of bucket lists. Yeah. Still ahead. First, Oscar love. Now, Legos, unsung American heroes being honored with their stories shared with children. We'll be right back. First, here's what Karen Drew is working on for tonight at 11.
We're taking you behind the scenes of canine training with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
It's a way of crime fighting.
Every day is a training day.
You get to see up close.
They look for recent human odor.
The training, the loyalty.
We call it group obedience.
Behind the scenes with the canine unit.
It's a Defender Special Report tonight at 11.
Finally, on First at 4, the movie Hidden Figures has been getting a ton of attention as well as Oscar nominations.
Yeah, Lego has actually released its Women of NASA set this week, including astronaut Sally Ride plus Katherine Johnson and Margaret Hamilton, who are in the movie.
That's awesome. Buy that one and just put it away. The figures won't be released until late this year. We'll see you back here at 5.